Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning. I am great. Well, maybe not great. I am flying to the US from this beautiful paradise, but I will be back sooner than later, and I will be back probably for a much longer period of time. And I'm going to do so much more videos on my channel about why Rotan and Prosper are awesome and why this could be a future home.
Oh, I hope so. I'd love for you to settle down, mate. You're all over the world. It's time. All right, I'm going to go through the charts. Not much has happened, but it's interesting. Okay, it's interesting. 15-minute, 4-hour time frame to start with. We've been in this consolidated range. We've got a really good 4-hour diamond here, and we have come up and respected it. In last night's show, we were sitting around 96, as always, 96, and we were stuck below the 50 moving average and the 30 simple moving average. And I was just like, okay, well, it's a no trade zone for me. It's a no trade zone within a no trade zone, as Tone would say, because we hadn't broken above that moving averages. And we came back down, retested the 7, worked our way back up. Earlier in the day, a few hours ago, we came to an MRI top on the 4-hour, and I was, again, just like we were back yesterday, last night when we did the show, concerned that might have exhausted it, and I needed to see a little bit more. Now is the third attempt at that for me of being okay, interesting. You've got my attention here. We are at the exact zone that we want to be at for a breakout. Fantastic. I don't care that I've missed this move. Don't mind that at all. But is this going to hold up the price the same way that the 30 and 50 held up the price, that for a small bit of time that the MRI top held up the price, now getting back inside the top of that range in the local range? Don't know, but it's a very good start. To see us at 98 rather than 96 is extremely encouraging. So we'll see if we can break through this. I wouldn't, I mean, you could buy a breakout now for sure. For sure, you could try the breakout buy right now, and I wouldn't blame you if you did. The MRI count is reset on the 4-hour. It doesn't look too bad at all. But if this gets overextended too much in the next hour and a half, I would look for, I'd be interested in that, a pullback, maybe only back to this sort of price to buy. But I'm not going to do it because I can't be bothered. But I think that there's something, it's starting to cook a little bit. So it's interesting. Let's go to the daily time frame. We've still got a long way to go. All right. But I like this being in this part of the range. It looks really good here, that we're at the top side of this range. Mind you, it's failed all these times before. I could definitely see us come back and touch on like exactly the same, the 30 and the 50 here at 99. Do that quite easily and then get a pullback. We'll see. But this is a good area for potentially starting to see a recovery. We'll see. Tomorrow, I'm more interested than today. So we'll see how that goes. The week is near to an end, and we still haven't cleared the 7 simple yet. We're sitting on it. I would love this week to close above the 7 simple. We'll talk more about that tomorrow when we got 24 hours of clarification on that. That could be a really interesting buy going into next week if we can close above here, and then potentially get a beautiful cross on the Socrates' EXA. Interesting to see it, but still kind of a no trade zone. If I was more active, and at the moment I'm just solely focused on one thing, which is the crypto fight night, I'd be all over this kind of trades on the lower time frames, the 15-minute time frame. It's this is last night when we did the show, when we came back in. It might have been here or here, I can't recall. But I said, we've just re-entered. Let's go now. Tony did that mock trade. Yeah, Pete, that's okay. Nice trade there. So we'll see. But I'm not trading it at the moment. I've been watching this. Please, we've got some great deposits here. Bonus on BitGet. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. All the links in the description below if you're interested in trading on BitGet. It's an exchange I really, really value. We also use Blowfin, which is great deposits always in there as well. I've been watching this crypto fight night, which is what I was trying to get into. And they did actually ask me to join, but I was already signed on with the Karate Combat, but it's live right now. So check this out. It's actually really fun to see some of the big influences in the space go at it in boxing. They're totally amateur, and it's really, really funny to watch. So you can look it up at CFN Crypto Fight Week. It's called, but Crypto Fight Night is the series. They've completely botched their branding there, but it's really fun to watch. So that's what I've been doing the last few hours. It's been great. Tone, coming back to you now,
Oh
brother.
man, is that what I heard? Is that BitLord? I know Crypto BitLord, and I
Yeah,
have no idea who the Korean Jew is, but I know Crypto BitLord. So is Crypto Fight Night different than Karate Combat? They're
yeah.
competing fighting companies.
They're competing fighting companies. So
Are you would you be allowed to fight in one and then fight in the other, or you
yeah,
gotta have like exclusivity?
I'll definitely fight in the Crypto Fight Night later this year.
Dude,
I
that's
could have been
better for
fighting.
you, man, because that one is boxing and you're a
Yeah.
boxer. You're not an MMA guy, which is why I'm concerned. Anyway, but I'll be in your corner in Denver, so I'm going to be flying out there. I got to buy my ticket. All right.
Yeah, I'm really, but I just to clarify the point. The Karate Combat is awesome. It's fucking awesome. I love it. And yes, it's not boxing, but I think that it's a lot bigger reach and a lot bigger organization. So I'm very, very happy to be over there. Let's rock.
Okay. So real quick, because I do have to start packing for the airport.
Right.
This is the new contracted no trade zone. We actually fell to below that no trade zone yesterday, but now we're smack in the middle. This is the no trade zone within the no trade zone. And I am feeling optimistic. Remember in yesterday's show
Yeah.
around 10 a.m., I was saying, hey guys, I kind of feel optimistic. I don't really have a good reason for feeling optimistic, but I was feeling optimistic. And we were sitting right, where was it, yesterday at 10 a.m. This is the 10-minute chart. So yesterday at, that's,
It was
what was
there.
yesterday?
Yeah, that was there because we got inside the green wave.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so yesterday we were down here at 10 a.m. I was optimistic. Yes, we went a little lower in the afternoon. I actually had no idea. I was just busy doing a bunch of stuff here. But the optimism kind of paid off. We are now rallying. We're in a very good place right now. That's the 10-minute chart. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart is great. Let's see where we are in the MRI. Maybe we'll top later today based on the 1-hour chart and the 4-hour chart. The stock market has not opened yet. It's opening in 3 minutes. We will be ending the show in about 5 minutes. So we will, be here in 2 minutes from now for market open. On the hourly chart, looks like a top could come in around noon today. And on a 4-hour chart, oh, this could be topping here. No, we started a new trend. We broke above the MRI resistance. We got a green star candle, and we have one final push. Well, maybe two. The two moving averages with probably the 128 and the 200 moving average. I really like this 4-hour close. You can see that right now, as long as this candle actually closes above this area, we would have a new swing high. So we just got to get over this hump, maybe over that one, but we don't even have to go over that one. All we got to do is close above 98.5. And we are looking really, really good on the 4-hour chart. Looking really good right there. So that would be awesome. Everything is lining up. All we got to do is make it past 11 a.m. today. That is the hurdle. Also, yesterday's 10-minute chart, this was the S&P trade. Remember I mentioned, hey, I would take this breakout right here, and then it immediately failed within that same 5-10-minute candle. And I said I would try again at the same area, maybe even slightly lower area. And the slightly lower area trade worked out really, really nicely right after. It would have reached the break-even condition. Just like Bitcoin later in the day went down, so did the S&P, but still, it continued going higher for a little while. I'm curious where the futures are going to open. I'm pretty sure the futures are going to open nicely based on how Bitcoin is doing. Yeah, there's a reason for optimism here. We're still in a no trade zone, but man, if we can end this week in the 99 range, knocking on the door of 100K, I'm going to be very, very optimistic going into next month. I can't believe February is almost over. It's crazy. 1 week left. And speaking of 1 week left, guys, we're less than a month away from the financial summit in Maldives. We still have a few villas. If anyone is interested in joining us in the Maldives, especially with Bitcoin pushing over 100K, definitely reach out to us and grab your beautiful villa in Maldives. That would be awesome. Max Payne, real quick. Let's see where we are. Probably in the same zone, probably 55. Max Payne is, why are you not loading? Underlying price is actually above Max Payne right now. Interesting. Max Payne has dropped to 54.5. It'll probably go up to 55. Something to be aware of. We are rising a little bit ahead of Max Payne. So makes it a little bit harder. Makes it a little bit harder to stay up in this price zone into Friday. Doesn't mean it can't do it. Right now, we're pushing higher. We're already breaking 98. The stock market opened very nicely. Let's go to that S&P chart in the last few minutes. And we opened, whoa, we did not open nicely. Whoa, what the hell's happening here? Oh boy, I didn't expect that. Bitcoin is rallying, S&P is dropping. I would be very careful. I would just be very careful. They're usually very correlated. I'm surprised. I would have, Matt, you could have won some money off of me right now if you bet Cohen. I bet you S&P's crashing. I would have said no way.
No way. I actually just chucked a long on now. So 97, 890. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to be awake watching this crypto fight night, so I can monitor the trade for a bit.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that the S&P is down. So I'm expecting one of two things. Either S&P is going to reverse in the next 30 minutes and go up and catch up to Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is going to reverse and catch up to the S&P. They are diverging this morning. I don't believe this relationship is going to last all day. Something will change. So if you are an arbitrage trader, like some people are, I'm not, but if I was arbitraging, I would go long S&P and potentially short Bitcoin, because even if one of them is going to reverse, and if they both reverse and meet in the middle, you get the best of both worlds. But that's an arbitrage trade because they are correlated. I mean, I don't want to short Bitcoin, but that's what an arbitrage is. It's very rare. I haven't seen this in a long time, where S&P is flying to the upside at market open and S&P is crashing at market open. That is a weird dynamic. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. I don't really. I mean, oh, here we go. Yeah, the ETFs have been slightly deleveraging.
Tried up.
Yeah. All right. On this note, we're going to call it a day. I'm going to turn off my screen share. And Matt,
thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go back and watch Crypto Fight Night. Please watch it if you feel like it. And we'll see you at the same time tomorrow for the Friday show.
Bye, guys.